Welcome to the session, students. In this session we are learning about database design using ER diagram. The learning objective of the session includes to understand how to design a database and to learn the steps involved in a database design. First we will see database design. Database design is the organization of the data according to database model. Here the database determines what data must be stored in the database and how those elements are interrelated to one another. With this information, they can begin to fit the data to the data model. So, database design involves classifying the data and identify the relationship between those data. So, here we have to database is embedded with any application program. It could be embedded within banking or the railway reservations or the universities. Okay, then we will see the steps in building a database. The first one is requirement collection and analysis. Here we have to build a database. In a database you are storing the data. In this first step you have to find out what are the data to be stored in the database. Okay, it must be determined. The data should be collected from the users or the users of the database in cooperation with the person who does have expertise in that domain. For example, if it is a biological database, you have to determine the data with a biological expert. If it is a banking database, you have to go with the financial expert. Like this, you have to first step you have to find out what are the data to be stored in the database with the cooperation with the person who is expert in that domain. In this step you have to identify the data that need to be stored, that is the data requirements, and what are the operations that to be executed on the data is the functional requirements. You have to find out the data requirements and the functional requirements in the first step. The second step is the conceptual database design. Once the requirement has been collected and analyzed, the next step is to be conceptual design. Here, the output of the conceptual database design includes the description of the data requirements, and it gives you the detailed description of the entities and the relationships among those entities and the constraints of a given problem. Okay, here if you want to find out the bank, if you are building a banking database, then you have to know how the bank conduct its operations and what are the rules and norms which follows the bank, and what is correct and incorrect operations and the constraints must be followed by the bank. For example, in SBI account, the bank balance should not fall 50 rupees like this. In this, you have to find out the description of the data requirements and entities, relationships and constraints of a given problem domain. It does not include any implementation details. So, the conceptual database design is independent of the database. It may be any database, Oracle, MySQL, like this. It is independent of details and it does not include any implementation details. It is used to communicate with the non-technical users. So, it indicates what our database holds and what are the data to be stored in the database and what are the relationship exist among those data. It does not include any implementation details. It is a ease of understanding for even the non-technical users, and it is independent of any database management system. Okay, next step is logical design. The next step in the database design is the actual implementation of the database using a commercial DBMS. In the conceptual design, you are building a conceptual design schema independent of the DBMS. In the logical design, It is the actual implementation of the database using any commercial DBMS. So here the conceptual schema is transferred into the implementation model. This step is called as the logical design. Here the conceptual schema is transformed into the implementation data model using any commercial database management system. The final step is a physical design phase, during which the internal storage structure, access path and file organization for the data files are specified. Here, database design process includes use a high level conceptual data model, that is a ER model. In this you have to identify the entities and relationship between these entities and identify the constraints to be followed. Here end result is an ER diagram that capture all entity, relationship and constraints. Here the sample database application is like this: employees, department and project. These are all the entities: employees, department and project. Here the company is organized into department. Department controls several project. Employee has the attributes like name, social security number, address, salary. Here you are collecting the data, okay, of the employee database. You have to find out the entities and the attributes of the entity. See, ER model consists of entities, relationships and attribute. An existing thing is called as entities. The relationship between the entities is called as, the association between the entities is called as relationship. The properties of the entity is called as attribute. See here, the initial ER diagram of company, you have to find out the entities of the entities in a company database. They are all employee, department, dependent and project. These are all the attributes of the employee. Okay, here some are multi-valued. The key with underline indicates the key attribute. Location is multi-valued here. Name and number are key attribute here. It indicates the entities of the company. Next, weak entity type. The entities, it does not exist by its own, is called as weak entity type. See here, the dependent only exists if the dependent entity existence is depend upon the entity employee. Entity type that do not have a key attribute of their own. It is identify the relation to specific entity from other entity types. Okay, here the dependent is depend on the entity employee. See, ER diagram of company like this. Here the employee, here employee, department, project, dependent are all the entities. The dependent is the weak entity, so it is showed in a double rectangle. Employee has different attributes. Here n number of employees works for one department. Okay, one department controls many projects. Okay, next, n number of employees works on many projects. One employee has many dependent. One employee supervision n number of supervisors. See here, this works for supervision. Dependent works on controls all of the relationship exist for a company. First you have to find out what are the entities and then you have attributes of the entity, then find out the relationship among those entities and build a ER diagram. Thank you.